Conference Finals. You know, all the A-list stars in attendance at Madison Square Garden to support the Knicks Monday night. The Knicks' biggest star, Jalen Brunson, shining the brightest. Early third quarter, Knicks down 14. Brunson, step back, got it, drains a triple, Knicks down 11. Over 5 minutes left in the third, Knicks down 8. OG Anunoby to Brunson. Brunson, pump fakes, hits the corner three, they're down 5. The comeback is on. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. Knicks down 2. Brunson, backing down Derek White. Oh, yes, tough shot. We're tied at 83. Knicks down 2 again, under 40 seconds to go. Brunson kicking to Anunoby. Got his feet set. Brunson, 18 points, 3 assists, 7 of 11 field goal shooting. Stephon Marbury's fired up. Knicks up 88-85 after 3. Mid-fourth quarter, tied at 102. Anunoby dribbles off the screen, and he connects from long distance. Knicks back up by 3. About 4 minutes to go. Brunson crossing up Al Horford. Oh, the contested jump shot. The lead is 9 for the kids from New York. Under 3 minutes to go. Knicks up 9. Brunson launching a step-back 3. Part of an 11-0 Knicks run down the stretch. MSG loving it. Here's how the crowd sounded after that shot. Brunson, 39 points, 12 assists. Here's Mike Wilbon and Stephen A. Smith talking about the win.
Stephen A. Smith here with the Godfather himself, Mike Wilbon, in the aftermath of the New York Knicks victory over the Boston Celtics in Game 4. Why did the Knicks win this game?
First of all, are you okay?
I'm very okay.
Your heart pumping normally again?
Okay. I'm excited.
I was worried about you
to the finals,
early in the fourth quarter.
I hope so.
He just skipped the whole round.
I know.
Stephen A., there was some really impressive things in this game. The Knicks knew they couldn't get down 20, and they didn't. It was a 14-point lead at some point. I think it was 82-68. And they just, at that point, Jalen Brunson just seemed to say, to hell with it. I can't wait until there's 5 minutes left in the game. I'm going to do this now. And he hit some enormous shots, and everybody came with him. And we'll get back to this, but we'd be remiss if we didn't start early mentioning the injury to Jason Tatum. I know there's an MRI tomorrow, which will determine the specifics, but
it looked like a torn Achilles. It looked similar to what Kevin Durant.
All the players at courtside, and there were a million of them.
The players, security, everybody that was sitting courtside said it looked very, very similar to what happened with Kevin Durant in the NBA Finals for the Golden State Warriors against the Toronto
sort of
Raptors.
Unanimous, and an awful place to be as this series goes to Boston on Wednesday, with the Knicks a chance to wrap it up. I don't see the Boston Celtics without Jason Tatum winning 3 straight games, first of all. But I think what's more important for the short term, Stephen A., is that the Knicks realize now legitimately the vulnerabilities that the Celtics have and took advantage of them.
Yeah.
The Knicks have to feel tonight, finally having played their first good game of the series, but up 3-1, that they're in control.
They have to feel in control, and here's why. Because as great as Brunson was, it wasn't just about him. It was about a collection of parts that came together to play the kind of defense you needed them to play. It's about guys who are capable offensively, showing up for a change and producing on the offensive side of the ball. So when you look at that in the 12 assists by Brunson and the fact that the New York Knicks are up 3-1 and you got a Game 6, worst case scenario, coming back to Madison Square Garden, I'm sorry. It's all right to be optimistic for a change.
So I have a question before we wrap.
We have to go, but go ahead.
You going to be out in L.A. in the fabulous television studios, or you going to be here with the working people of New York on Friday night?
I'm going to be where my bosses tell me to be because they are the ones who pay my check. But I would say this. If ESPN decides that I need to stay in New York, I don't have a problem with that at all because this is where I belong. For the
I
man,
would volunteer
Mike
to
Wilbon,
switch with you, but I'm having too much fun here.
For yours truly, New York Knicks victorious in Game 4. Back to you.
Tap into your darkness.
I love that.
Yeah? Your reaction to what Joe Mazzulla just said?
Look, I got a chance to go to that game and sit right next to their bench, and I heard so many huddles about how he was trying to get them to play outside of themselves. Right? And, of course, you have a 20-point lead against the Knicks. I mean, there were fans that were yelling to them, we got you right where we want you. Down 20, we got you right where you want, right? And everybody felt that. I think Joe Mazzulla is the head coach that stands on that principle. But in order for us to get to the next level, like, we have to find a different side of ourselves. And I think that's what he's talking about, tapping into darkness. Talk to Kobe or talk to Michael Jordan. Talk to any player that's been able to go to a different level. Whatever you need to tap into that, That's what Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown need to find. Now, Peyton Pritchard found it, but Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum did not have good games, by the way, guys. I mean, 20 points on 18 shots or whatever the numbers are, they're essentially a point per shot, okay? So you're still waiting for them to come out of their cocoon. And Joe Mazzulla knows that as well. And I think that whole post-game press conference was about letting them know they need to tap into a different side of themselves to be the team that is willing to fight and claw and get into a street fight with you in order to make it have a chance to win.
I mean, I was in the Celtics locker room after the game. I didn't see any darkness. I think they were in a really good mental place, to be honest with you. I think Joe Mazzulla...
Darkness doesn't mean bad mental place, though. You know what I mean?
I think Joe Mazzulla tactically has had a huge influence on the Celtics. The way he wants to play tactically is how they play every night. It's what led them to a championship. Joe Mazzulla philosophically, I don't know. He's kind of out there. I think some players may listen to it, some players may not. Tactically, the Celtics played their tactical game in Game 3, and it worked. And by the way, his strategy, which was questioned about fouling the heck out of Mitchell Robinson, that's a good tactic too. That is working for them. The tactics of sticking with their philosophy, helped them bounce back in Game 3. So I'm listening more to Joe Mazzulla's tactics. I've been to dozens and dozens of his press conferences over the last couple of years and listened to him say these things. I'm sure his players have heard about it. I think they've been more moved and they've proven the tactics matter more than this sort of philosophical stuff.
I believe tonight's Game 4 winner wins the series. Period. What happened in Game 3 is exactly what I feared. Al Horford, old man Horford, 0 of 8 from wide open threes in Games 1 and 2. Hits 3 or 4 threes. Peyton Pritchard, my choice and the choice for Sixth Man of the Year, comes off the bench, hits 5 threes, finishes with 23 points. Jason Tatum, he shot 40% from the field. He only scored 22 points. He hit 5 of his 9 threes. And this is the kind of stuff that I kept bringing up going into Game 3, which Wendy will attest to. Everybody was talking about all of this other stuff, and I'm saying, they shot 100 threes in the first 2 games. Missed an NBA record 75 threes in those first 2 games. 48 of those threes were considered wide open threes. For folks out there who don't know, a wide open three in the NBA is 6 feet and beyond. Nobody's within 6 feet of you, okay? That's considered a wide open three-pointer. And the Boston Celtics in Games 1 and 2 had 48 of them. This is a 41% shooting team from three-point range during the regular season. That wasn't going to last. So it's exactly what I feared. And sure enough, they started draining their bad boys. That was a blowout Saturday. That wasn't a close game. That was a blowout. And so now, how I'm looking at it, Karl Anthony Towns, I don't know what the hell is on with his hands, so he kept breaking. Make sure the world, he was grabbing it about 10 times during the game, okay? Yes, we know your hand is hurt, damn it, all right? We got it, okay? We understand, all right? Okay, Jalen Brunson, wasn't great, okay? He's got to step up. Mikal Bridges, Mr. 5 first-round picks. That's what we know you as now. That's what we know you as now. Made key defensive stops in both Games 1 and 2. We're very pleased with that. Went scoreless for the first 3 quarters for Game 2, and then came on strong with 14 points. We got that. All right? But, once again, struggling offensively. Missed the 5 first-round picks. That's what we're going to know you as.